Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Suprapatam. Shall we all chant this shloka correctly once? Tasmat Shastram Pramanam Te. Tasmat Shastram Pramanam Te. Karya Karya Vyavasthitau. Karya Karya Vyavasthitau. Jnatva Shastra Vidhanoktam. Jnatva Shastra Vidhanoktam. Karma kartumiharhasi. Karma kartumiharhasi. First we will see the pada vicheda, pada vibhaga. Tasmat Shastram Pramanam Te. Karya Karya Vyavasthitau is one compound term. Jnatva Shastra Vidhanoktam, again another compound term. Karma Kartum Iha Arhasi. The plain meaning here is that hence Tasmat Te Shastram Pramanam. For you, Shastra is the authority. I will not translate Shastra as scriptures because Shastra is to me is a non-translatable term. The definition of it has to be unpacked. So it is like Dharma. Shastra is also one term which if we translate as scriptures it will be very loose or very superficial. So Shastra, we will see the meaning of Shastra briefly. So Krishna says to Arjuna, O Arjuna, Te Shastram Pramanam. For you, Shastra is the authority. Authority in what? Authority in deciding what? Karya Akarya Vyavasthitau. In understanding what is to be done. Karya Akarya. What to refrain from. O Arjuna, for you, the Shastra is the authority to organize, to arrange, Vyavasthiti, in your own mind as to what to indulge in and what to refrain from. So what to be done? Jnatva Shastra Vidhanoktam Karma. So hence know what are the activities that has been prescribed and that has been proscribed in the Shastra, and then Karma Kartum Iha Arhasi. Now you decide your course of action depending upon what the Shastras advise. So this is the last shloka of S-VYASA Sampad Vibhaga. What is the divine qualities? What are the demonic qualities? For that this is the last shloka. You may wonder that in all the previous shlokas it was about Abhayam Sattva Samshuddhi or positive qualities, Dambho Darpaha Abhimanaha negative qualities. Why suddenly at the end there is a description about Shastra in this shloka and the previous shloka? It is very well thought out by Krishna as to why he has said this. See, we hear a lot of lectures, so many things enter here and then they exit through the other ears. So when they enter through the ears and seep into our heart and also into our action. So many a time we leave it this way. So Krishna does not want his dear friend Arjuna to just listen to one ear and leave it to the other ear. So he says that all that about Devi Sampad and Asuri Sampad you have heard. Now it is the time for implementation. So when it comes to implementation, it is not a very common place that we sometimes remember what is positive, what is negative. In the heat of the moment, we just give in to our impulse and act this way or that way. So to avoid that, to regulate our actions, so what to do? To keep us in the path of Devi Sampad. So the Shastras have been written. All that you need to do is know what is the Shastra that is applicable to you and simply follow it. By following it also, naturally what happens is Devi Sampad develops in you and you are safeguarded from Asuri Sampad. So that is the necessity of Shastra. And now in this context, it is very essential to understand what Shastra means. Because in our regional languages, the word Shastra has attained a kind of superficial connotation. Yeno Shastra madidare, which means just for the convention or just for the sake of doing things have been done. For that the word Shastra is used in many of our regional languages. So, but Shastra is not that. What is Shastra? In our Dharma Shastra, it has been defined that pravrittirva nivrittirva nityena kritakena va pumsam yena upadishyeta tat shastram iti kachyate. What to do? Pravritti. What not to do? Nivritti. So the advice, so that which advises pravritti and also nivritti, and where is the source of this pravritti and nivritti? It may be nitya, means the source of this advice on do's and don'ts may come from a nitya source, an eternal source. What is the eternal source for us that gives what to do and what not to do? The Vedas. The Vedas says satyam vada, dharman chara, swadhyaya pravadaha, matradevo bhava, pitradevo bhava. So this is the nitya source from where pravritti and nivritti is advised. And there is also a kritaka, a created source, which also man-made source, which also advises about pravritti and nivritti. Later rishis came, Manusmriti, Yajnavalkya Smriti, Parashara Smriti. All those smritis were written by rishis on reflecting the Vedic injunction depending upon the desha, kala, vartamana situations. So contextually understanding the teachings of the Vedas, they have also given the do's and don'ts. So that is also to be considered as Shastra. So Vedas is one Shastra. Study the Vedas, understand the injunctions therein and follow that, then naturally you will be on course in the track of what Sampat? Daivi Sampat. And you will be avoided from Asuri Sampat. Or come to the Smritis, Manusmriti, Yajnavalkya and other Smritis, realize from that and then follow. Or your own Kula Dharma, your parents, your teachers, all that they tell. For example, this university, our S-VYASA keeps on reminding us about the do's and don'ts. That is also Kritaka Shastra, means rules created for this context. If you follow that, naturally you are in what path? Daivism. If you don't follow it is Asurism. So Kritaka Shastra means those Shastras, those do's and don'ts that are contextually created according to Desha Kala. So follow that, follow the ancient eternal rules and also follow your own elders, what they advise in the Buddha. All this becomes Shastra. So by following this Shastra, do your actions. And Ayurveda also speaks about when to wake up. When to wake up? Brahma Muhurta. And then do Vyayama. And so many. And Hatha Yoga speaks about Mitahara, Hita, Mita, Medhya, Ashanam, Tapa. All this is Shastra. So all this is positive injunctions that will increase the sattva in us, keep us in the path of Daivi Sampat, and naturally we will be. But because of unfortunate influence of the West, we have in ourselves, there is a skeptical approach about our Shastras. So our Shastra is all for keeping us in the path of Daivi Sampat and avoiding the Asuri Sampat. But one point I have to emphasize here, our Shastras are dynamic and Andhavishwasa. The Shastras should not allow us to blindly believe in what has been told. We should also reflect. Swami Vivekananda, someone told, hey, don't go there is a Bhuta or Pishacha in that tree. No. If some Shastra is advised, when someone advises do this, don't do this, don't blindly follow it. Just realize, reflect for yourself and then understand, yes. So this is good. So then when we are convinced about it and we do it, so that revision about the Shastra, that should also be there in our mind. So that is the dynamic nature of the Shastra that has been prescribed to us. One last point is there is no Shastra without Acharya. Shastras are interpreted and described and elucidated to us by Acharyas. So those Acharyas enlighten us about the Shastra and we follow them and then we are guided time to time. And two great Acharyas Jayanti is coming this Sunday. Who are the two Acharyas whose Jayanti is coming this Sunday? Shankaracharya Jayanti and Ramanujacharya Jayanti. So it is these Acharyas who enlighten we should be grateful to the acharyas, to the shastras and to Krishna who has enlightened us about this Daivasura Sampat Vibhaga Yoga.
Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kashyet Dukkha Bhavet.